welcome. So while we go through tonight, I invite you to take notes, write in the chat, keep present, keep open. I'm going to answer any questions that you have at the end. I will be checking the chat, so I'll be checking to see how it goes, but just keep any questions, write them down, or anything that you've got for the end. But just take a breath in for me, because I'm not sure how you guys are expecting this to go. So just take a nice breath in for me. Oh, thanks, Joe. Nice breath in. And we're going to just release. Nice smile. Let that take over your presence. And what I'm going to do is go through with you what's happening tonight. So let's move on. Can everybody see that? Pathway to the seventh plane. So this is the event tonight that we're doing. And I am, as you know, I am Laura Barker. I am an intuitive energy coach, spiritual life coach, as many of you are, an educator, and welcoming you all to this beautiful space tonight and this Theta Healing event. And it'll become clear why it's called Pathway to the Seventh Plane as we get through. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to do this evening. So I'm going to talk through these things, but there's a reason that you're here this evening. There's a reason that this has all happened for you. The reason why you're here at the moment. You're here because you're special. You're here because you have a gift. And whether you know it or not yet, I don't know if you do, but you do. You're here to help. You have a calling to help yourself or others. And that's why you felt the pull or the interest to come here. And divine timing is on your side tonight. And this not be in the way that you think it's going to look. It may not be that you're going down the path of being a Theta Healing practitioner or even having a session in Theta Healing. It may just be that you've been directed here tonight because you're simply here to hear something that's going to, that you're going to take on board, that you're going to integrate. And as you integrate that, it's going to help others around you without you even knowing it. So I just really want you to be really open and present tonight to all the information that's being discussed and take stock of what's happening. If you've got any questions, and let me know. But yes, so this evening, I'm going to be taking you through what Theta Healing is, how does it work, what will it do for you. I'm going to be guiding you through the most beautiful Theta Healing that you can experience before you've practiced it or learnt about it. You yourself are going to connect with the creator or God or universal intelligence and receive directly from them tonight a healing. And not just one healing, we're going to have 3. Now, what's so exciting about this tonight is we formed a group here. We formed a group together. And some of us know each other, some of us are new, some of us don't. And the meaning of this is that we're all going to receive the benefits of the collective, amplified, group healing energy, your healing that you're requesting, magnified. How amazing is that? Now, I know some of you would have done group healing before, some of you may have not. So I think you're probably going to be blown away at the intensity. You may not feel it tonight. You may feel it tonight. You may feel it in the coming days of what you're asking to be healed. So again, remain open. It's really super exciting that we get to do this tonight. So let's go. And then I've got a little gift at the end I'm going to give to you as well. So exciting. Okay. So let's get started. I have got a lot of information tonight, but it's all good. It's all good. So what is Theta Healing? So Theta Healing is a rapidly growing personal development and energy healing modality. And through a range of tools and techniques, a practitioner in Theta Healing is able to access the limiting beliefs and feelings stored in the subconscious mind. I know a lot of you know about that already, and change them instantly into empowering ones. And this is done through the energy of all that is. Source, the creator, God, the energy in everything. The practitioner does this from a theta brainwave, which is why it's called theta healing. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a minute. But when we change what we believe, we change how we feel, which leads to making different choices and taking new actions, hence changing our results and our life. So with theta healing, we view healing itself as a process of change or transformation, and you can access the body's own ability to heal and transform. And theta healing is, it aligns with the concepts of free will, co-creation, and witnessing all sorts of wonderful things from Creator yourself. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about that in a moment as well. So theta healing is essentially applied quantum physics, and it was created by a lady called Viana Stibel around 1995, so actually not that long ago. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of practitioners now across the world. It's global. So hi to everybody that's joining, by the way. Welcome, welcome. If you could just pop yourself on mute, that'd be incredible. Thank you. And she created this around her own experience with looking at dealing with Creator and source energy and universal intelligence and her beliefs, and just incredible what she's created from it. And it's developed and developed and developed, and there are lots of courses now. But we're going through the basic ones tonight, and obviously the basic information about theta healing. So when we talk about theta healing and how we do it, we use the term creator a lot, or creator of all that is. And the reason we do that is because it encompasses the energy of all that is across all religions. It's universal intelligence, source, the divine, universal love, divine consciousness, God, whatever your belief is, the force. You wanted to say it was the force. That's what we use as the term creator. And it's not based on any particular religion. We appreciate and value everybody's right to their own beliefs and spiritual practices. So that's why it's amazing. And we can all access and use this amazing power to co-create our life experience. So moving on. So how does it work? How does theta healing work? So to be able to practice theta healing, you need two things, and that's it. And that is a belief in the divine, so a belief in your God, creator, universal intelligence, the force, whatever that may be for you, and the ability to get into a theta brainwave state. Now, a theta brainwave state is, it enables us to connect with the energy of all that is, the energy of everything, and to identify issues and witness healings in the physical body, and to identify and change limiting beliefs instantly. And the theta state is when your brain slows its frequency to 4 to 7 hertz per second. Now, normally your active state is a beta state, and when you're alert and you're awake, that's between 14 and 28. So it slows right down to between 4 and 7. And it's the state just before you're asleep, or in hypnosis, or if you're doing deep yogi work, or it's a very, very deep dreamlike state. And at this point, when we get to this state, we remember that we're connected to everything. We remember that we're connected to source, and that we are source, and we are part of source, and we feel it. And through achieving this state, you're connected to the feeling of complete oneness. And this is when the noise and the clutter from your mind disappears, and you can create and manifest this place from complete peace and energy and love. Have you ever tried to manifest? You can write this in the chat for me. Have you ever tried to manifest from a place of need, fear, desperation, or pressure? Oh my God, I need this. And I need to manifest, £100 because I've got to pay my bill. I've got to do that. I can do that. I've done it before. I'll do it. I'll do it. Have you ever tried to manifest a small thing just because it's a pressure? might be a minute pressure. It might just be the pressure of, I know I can manifest, so why can't I do it now? That pressure. I've got to get manifesting. I've got to do it again. All of this. Most of us do. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just looking at the chat. Absolutely. Yeah, we all do. We've all probably had an experience of manifesting. I don't doubt that in any way, shape, or form, because I know you're all connected. But the conscious manifesting is, no, it doesn't feel good, does it? It's not good. But this conscious manifesting, we can't manifest efficiently from a busy mind. And sometimes it's just the key that we need. When we connect and we become one with the seventh plane, we remember how connected we are, and we aren't stuck in the conditioning, the drama, or the story of why we need something. We remember that we're connected. When we're in the theta state, we remember that we're one. We remember that we're part of source. And we realize here that we're equal. We can be, and we are, an energetic match for what we're manifesting right there in that state. And you're connected to everything and everyone, and every blade of grass, and every tree, and every raindrop, and every mountain in that moment. When we're connected to the seventh plane, we use this theta state to manifest and co-create our life by changing beliefs and believing that they've been done, in transforming new beliefs, downloading feeling work. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But when we're connected with the seventh plane, when we're there, and you're going to experience this later, we use commands and requests to transform the issues or whatever it is that we're working on that we need to look deeper on. And don't get this confused, because this is one of the first things I had to work through is a belief. When I learned about commanding, I was like, I can't go up there and ask creator and command. Who do I think I am? Like, no, absolutely not. And it's something that I did, and I felt like I was imposing, and it wasn't a fear, but it was definitely something that was holding me back. You don't think you're enough. You don't think that you're worthy of doing that. I didn't think I could be in this incredible energy and command for something, for somebody else, let alone myself. And it wasn't until I established the difference between command and demand that I was like, okay, no, that makes sense. So when we are in the seventh plane and we command, it means that there's no doubt in your mind that something is going to be delivered. That's the command. A demand has that pushing energy. It's a bit pushy, a bit icky. The command is a certainty. And we don't ask, please can I have, please can I, creator, please can I help this person? Because when we get into that state, we are in a place of not feeling like it's a place of wishing and hoping. It's wishful thinking. It's not certainty. It's not a command. It's not that absolute faith and trust and feeling of oneness. So if I'm talking about this right now and you think, I couldn't do that, I couldn't command, you've got an icky feeling around it, you might have some belief work to do there about feeling worthy to command with the energy that all that is. Hate to say it. So there's that to think of as well. So when we just let somebody else in. So when we are with the seventh plane energy and we're up there, what we're doing, and I know a lot of you will know about this, is belief work. So when we talk about belief work, many healers and coaches already experienced this and have dealt with this. There's a few different bits with Theta, so you might find this interesting. But for those of you that are new to energy work and healing and all that kind of stuff, when we are trying to transform a life, your life, be it that or somebody else's, there will be belief work that is the reason why things aren't moving or that are stuck. And The energy junkies in here will know about that, and the therapists. I'll just leave my mouth down. And these affect our life. They're physical, emotional, they come from trauma, everything. And there will be conditioning and limiting beliefs behind those things that are stopping you. And in Theta Healing, we find these beliefs, we transform them, the ones that aren't serving us in the highest and best way for you right now, for what you desire, the life you desire, and we transform them into positive ones. We don't take away any of the learning or the memory that we have had from that experience and what we needed from it. We just transform what is no longer serving us so that we keep all the good bits that we needed. And then we download ourselves or our clients with feeling work to support these new beliefs. They're called downloads. And this is what we do in the 7th plane with Creator. We witness, we ask, we command, or we witness it happening. So as a Theta practitioner, not doing any of the work, you're witnessing. So I was talking to my client today about this. If you're a Reiki practitioner, you will be you'll be invested in energy. You'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll know it. You'll be sending it, receiving it, using symbols, chakras, sending energy, receiving. Imagining going to the highest place you can and asking for that to happen and witnessing it happen before your eyes instantly. That's Theta Healing. And I've got no words that I can use to describe it. It's just phenomenal. It's breathtaking. It's so moving. It's so moving. So I'm going to talk a little bit about belief work. So as you guys know, and for people that don't know, I'm going to talk about it now, but we hold beliefs on 4 levels. Okay. And in Theta Healing, this is broken down to the core level. This is from birth till now, your life now. And a lot of these come from childhood, the age from 0 to 7, where we take every experience that is felt or said to us by our loved ones or our providers as truth. Until at 7, we develop reasoning, the age of reasoning. We ask why, we get curious, and we start to form our own opinions, and we start to think, well, that's not right. That starts from the age of 7. So, for example, a child runs and hides from their parent for attention after being told off, expecting their parent to come find them. And the parent doesn't come find them. The child believes that their parent doesn't love them because they didn't come when they were sad, and they ran away and hid. And as they grow up, any altercation or telling off or argument results in them feeling alone or unloved, because that's what they experienced from that first event. All things. So we also have our beliefs on, bear with me, the next level is the genetic level. And this is the level where we go through our ancestors' DNA. And it is from now, so we've got our core level, which is our life now and all the experiences that lead up to that. And then we've got our genetic level. Now, this is from now backwards in your DNA, your family line, your ancestral line, up to 7 generations. Now, when we talk about this, and we talk about this a lot with healing, but I just wanted to put in perspective for you for a moment, how long ago 7 generations back is. So that's a good 600 years. Imagine what life was like 600 years ago. What did people believe back then? Religion, medicine, the divide of rich and poor. Imagine what truths your ancestors had in that time. What kept them safe and alive? There would be a lot of sin around religion. You may lose a limb if you steal. People would have witnessed hanging, possibly some of your ancestors could have been hung. Or the trust in medicine. There was no anesthesia back then. The trust in doctors and the fear of pain would have been really apparent then. And, people would have thought because of like things like no anesthesia and surgery, people would think, I've got to have pain to get better. So they form a belief that before they can recover, they have to feel more pain. And that gets traveled down your ancestral line, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years later in your DNA. Sacrifice, people burned as witches. Yes, so I'm just looking at the chat. Amazing, perfect. And before they can recover, they're going to have these leeches, all of this stuff. They form beliefs, and you may now, or someone you know, or just thinking about how this may show up for you in your lifetime. If someone you knew had a fear of going to the doctor or the dentist and had no idea why, never had a bad experience, never had any problems, always gone to a checkup, very healthy, but have a irrational fear of actually booking an appointment because they've got a genetic belief from 600 years ago that they have to have more pain to recover. Just one minuscule example of that level. Or if you think just a few generations ago, war, feelings of separation, being left to die alone and afraid on a battlefield or in a ditch, in a trench. Creating beliefs, if I die, I have to be alone and scared and without my loved ones. So these beliefs are stored in our energy of our cells. They're part of our DNA and they're passed down to us. We don't have a clue why we fear some of these irrational things. And how could we? So with Theta Healing, in terms of medicine and doctors, just while we touch upon that subject, and we work completely with medicine. And in fact, there are many doctors that are actually trained in Theta Healing as a practice, which is amazing. And in Japan, there's a master healer that works in a hospital treating patients. And I believe it's cancer. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's cancer. Which is the ultimate dream, right? Is that not the ultimate dream for our worlds to collide like that? For modern medicine to integrate with energy. It will happen. Okay, the third level, we've done 2 levels so far. Yeah, Kelly, it's really interesting, isn't it? We've got more juicy stuff. It's getting more detailed. Stick with me, guys, stick with me. So the third level, 3 out of 4, is the history level. This is the deep ancestral side, the deep genetic beliefs here. And it's mainly past life stuff, but deep ancestral, deep genetic beliefs here. So this can go back to caveman, pack mentality, keeping safe together, it's unsafe being outside the cave at night time. And also, like I say, mainly past life. And we get a lot of questions here. And, you know, if this is something you look to do as practitioners, and you probably experience this now. Why do I carry so much crap? Nearly said a very weird word. So much stuff from past lives into this one. Why do I bring so much pain, so much anger, fear, unresolved trauma from past life into this one? Why would I do that? Why would anyone do that? And that's because it's unresolved. It's unresolved crap. And it's come into this lifetime to be understood. And this is our opportunity and the client's opportunity for it to be released and cleared. And it's your opportunity to complete it. So moving on to the last level, this is the soul. How many of you, pop in the chat, how many of you were aware that our soul can create limiting beliefs? Yeah, it's the bigger part of us. It's the bigger part of you, the wiser, more evolved, connected part of you. It knows how vast and beautiful it is, but it can also create beliefs. And the soul is formed in divine intelligence, the beauty, the peace. You're going to experience that in a minute. Eternal love. And when that soul is formed, it can then feel separated from source, which can be traumatic for the soul. Or for the first time in a human body. all of a sudden the soul experiences new things. It needs food, it needs water, it needs sleep, love, sex. How tender the heart is. And sometimes that's too much, it's too painful to bear, and that can be traumatic for the soul, and it creates that belief, life's too painful, this is too painful for me, I want to go home, and I don't belong here. So they're the 4 levels that we work with in Theta Healing. But we also carry beliefs from regret, rejection, resentment, and revenge. They're known as the 4 R's. And that's something that you come into more detail as you travel through the courses. So within Theta Healing, you learn and use a range of tools and technique to dig and find these beliefs from the 4 levels, combined with muscle testing, kinesiology, which speaks to subconscious, and finds out if these beliefs are true for us or the person that you're working with. And at that point, once we've established it, we travel up to the 7th plane and we transform them instantly with Creator. So typically in a session, we would also work in the 7th plane, and this is what I do with my clients, to help them with their own energy. So once you've done the belief work that's holding them back, there's like a whole lot of energetic transactions, if you like, that get done as well. And I want to explain them a bit with you because they're really interesting. So the first one that we look at, or it can be in any order, but that I'm going to talk about tonight, is free floating memories. And these are it's all the subconscious junk that we pick up that doesn't serve us when our conscious mind's switched off and our subconscious mind is engaged. So when you're mindlessly, numbingly scrolling through Facebook or your socials or through phones, or if you've fallen asleep and in front of the television's still on, or when you've experienced a complete loss of consciousness. So if you're in surgery or wartime trauma, again, talking kind of now, wartime trauma, or, you know, your genetic, your DNA, or excessive drug or alcohol. I mean, sometimes I don't even remember what's happened after I've had a drink. I dread to think what my subconscious has picked up on. So this is all, oh, thanks, Ria. Got orbs around me. So I have called in lots tonight for support for everyone. So it might be that. So yes, so when you experience a complete loss of consciousness, so, I mean, your brain takes this in and replays this in the waking world and will form beliefs, which again, you won't know where they come from. So, you know, what do you listen to when you fall asleep? That kind of thing. And again, if it's wartime trauma, it could be passed down. So we clear these for the client. I regularly do mine every few months, but it's something that we do for the client in the session. Psychic attacks, the energy that originates from the thought form of other people, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally. And we all know what that feels like, right? When you can tell that someone's thinking of you in a nice way, or perhaps not. We clear psychic attack, psychic hooks. And these can arise when there's an emotional attachment, an energetic bond. And if the energetic bond is so extremely emotional, it can lead to a soul fragment. Which leads me on to my favorite subject, which is soul fragments. And these are shards of life force energy that your soul has lost or it's been left behind in a traumatic or deep ancestral encounter, emotional encounter. And we command for these to be released and cleansed by Creator's light and returned to the client or ourselves, making us whole and complete. And I've been doing a lot of these recently, and I think you've only got to think of a few experiences when there's been a deep emotional trauma for you in your own lifetime that you think of now that you've done the healing work on and you just can't, it doesn't complete. It could be that there's a soul fragment there. Or perhaps Really interesting for you. An energetic divorce. What's that I hear you say? Tell me, Laura. Have you ever had that feeling that you just cannot disconnect from a past love? You just can't. Whether it is a divorce or it's a breakup, you just cannot disconnect. And there are still energetic ties in the body, subconscious. And I invite you all, yeah, I know, bless you, Prina. I invite you all, if you have a pendulum or you are good with kinesiology and you can muscle test, to muscle test if you believe you are still married. Am I still married to that person? And I think you might be surprised. You might be like, okay, no, that's good. You might be surprised at the result, and that need to sever the energetic ties to past love. And that can also be done with the theta release as well. So we also develop further to understand what energy we're talking to in the body. And this is something that I've been doing recently. I spoke about it in my group the other day. And this is the energy within our body that we're not consciously or physically aware of that's there. So I'm just going to give you a brief example. So if we're dealing with issues of guilt in terms of belief work or not being able to move on, that can be directly paired or correlated with bacteria in the body. So I'm going to elaborate a little on this. When you are given a prescription for an infection that you've got for bacteria in the body that's attacking your white blood cells that needs to go because it's making you poorly, and you take the antibiotics to kill the infection, the energy of the bacteria, we're all energy. Remember that the chair you're sitting on is energy, the desk that I'm at is energy, we're energy, your plant's energy, the bacteria in your body is energy. And when it then starts to get killed off by the antibiotics, it will want to survive. It's what we all do, right? It's our survival instinct. We do what we need to do to survive. So it can create beliefs in the body and energy in the body. And it can send the energy and the belief of, I'm dying, this is killing me. You don't feel well taking antibiotics. It doesn't work with you. I don't agree with you. You've got bad headaches. So again, I invite you to think, and I had to really think about this, and it really shocked me. There are definitely times I've taken medication and thought, this isn't working for me. And knowing what I know about it now, it could be that it genuinely wasn't agreeing with me, but it also could very well have been that I was listening and I was hearing the belief of the bacteria that was dying to stop me from taking the antibiotics. And as an intuitive, as a healer, a coach, therapist, you're picking up on energy all the time. And sometimes if you're picking up on that belief of the client, I'm dying, I'm not well, thinking that it's the client's belief, and in fact, you're picking up on the energy and the beliefs of the bacteria, they need to be changed first before we then move on to the client, because you could spend a whole session on feeling like they're dying and they're going, oh, I didn't realize that. And it's actually, you're talking to the bacteria. So that's just one tiny example. There's lots. And as we go through theta, we learn how to do that as well. We learn how to understand the energy and listen to the energy of the body, the parasites, the bacteria, the viruses, and to treat those beliefs first before we then go into the clients. And that enables us to get to the correct root cause rather than treating the bacteria. And this is how accurate, yes, Joe, and with the viruses, with HIV and things like that. Yeah, really interesting. And some of the master theta healers have to do all this. And I know you've done it, one of the long theta courses I'm going to mention in a minute, which is incredible. But yeah, this is how accurate you can develop your intuition and your connection to creator. It's just amazing, isn't it? And there is, in fact, which I know Joe has done, a mastery course in theta healing called Intuitive Anatomy, which is a 3-week course. It's 15 days long, and you learn about the whole body and the body systems energetically, diseases, disorders, all that. And when I did my first theta practitioner course, when I heard about the intuitive anatomy, I was like, damn, I'm doing it all. I need to do that course. So yeah, just incredible. So one more example. This is one for me. This is my example. I want to share a story with you. So an example of working on beliefs and becoming a clear channel. And when we become a clear channel, we work on our beliefs over and over again. We clear out the stuff that's not serving us. We become a clear channel for more information, for more connection, for a deeper integration and a deeper relationship with source and using your intuitive abilities. And there's always belief work to be done. We don't want to get caught up in the procrastination story of I've got to keep healing, because that can be a procrastination issue as well. But as we shed and we clear and we move, we start to integrate our higher self, and that's the goal, is for our life to become more integrated with the higher self, which is directly connected to source. All right, so you've got source here, we're here, and then higher self is like here. And we want to connect to higher self, which is connected to source. And so in my journey, and I know some of you know this, but in my journey, I have been doing a lot of belief work, as we all have. And my higher self, I hadn't realized how much I'd integrated it until very recently. So, and it caught me really off guard. It's funny. I was in Tesco, and I was in a bit of a rush. So I only had a few things to get. Tesco's a supermarket, in case you're watching from overseas. I was in a rush and I only had a few things to grab that I needed. So I was making my way directly to the 3 or 4 locations that I needed. And as I was walking through, you know, there's a promotional section, isn't there? Usually at the front of Tesco's. I was bolting past there. And I noticed at the corner of my eye, like my peripheral vision, that there was something on offer. It was a shower gel. Now, I am a sucker. My strongest sense is smell. And I am a sucker for buying something that smells nice. And I'm a sucker for having a little... I'm a sniffer. I like to sniff things before I buy them. So I'm in Tesco and I'm in a rush and I see this thing and I'm like, oh, new shower gel. I can deviate for 2 seconds to smell that, 100%. Now, it was on offer as well, so that's also a reason why I was like, oh. So as that thought process came through my mind, I heard and I felt within me, no, that's no good for you, or your skin, carry on. And I know that came from my higher self. I have discernment over that now from the courses I've just recently done. And it caught me off guard. It was so there and so quick. I hadn't even had time to actually move my body enough degrees to change my trajectory. I went to move my eye socket that way and it was like, no, it's not good for you or your skin. And I carried on. And got those things that I needed. And I hadn't experienced that before. And since that moment, I've had this quite a lot. And it is a wonderful, wonderful thing to know that it's not just your spiritual support, your guides, your spirit, your ancestors. It was higher self. And so that was lovely. It's a nice moment. And integrating your higher self comes from clearing and becoming a clear channel. So I'm going to move on to the next slide now. So what will Theta Healing do for you? That's what we all want to know, right? What do I get out of it? So firstly, this first point that we've got here, it will open up and involve your intuitive abilities like never before. It will develop and refine your clairsenses, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, whether they are newly established or they've already been developed. Mine have grown exponentially very quickly, and I'm witnessing clients being given gifts, being activated. I'm being guided to activate clients, which wasn't in my plan at the start of the session. That's coming in from Creator when I'm connected, for that person to serve them in the highest and best way, which is incredible. And I'm incredibly grateful to be able to do that and to provide that for people, knowing that it's for them for them to pass on to the people around them. Secondly, it's a healing modality. So it teaches you how to identify these beliefs, scan the body visually, the body systems, what beliefs look like, where they're being stored, how they're being stored, how it's affecting the body, how to release them so that we can feel and experience love and freedom and peace. It's manifesting or a creation modality. As we talked about earlier, when we connect to Theta, we're in the seventh plane, and the creator of all that is, we manifest from a pure place. We understand without the noise, the chatter, the story, the disbelief. We understand that we can co-create and transform our life immediately. We feel completely equal and connected to others and our desires. The energies are matched and it becomes certainty. We manifest with complete certainty, without unwavering belief. So a little example here. When have you manifested something? When you've had unwavering, unshakable, pure trust and certainty, might not have even been from a place of deliberate manifestation, but you've had a thought and you've been like, I just know that's going to happen. I just know, and it's happened. I know intuition comes into that a little bit, but we've all experienced that when there's something happens and you just know. Like when I was pregnant with my son, I knew he was a boy. I didn't know with my daughter, didn't have a clue. When people were saying, what do you think it is? I was like, I don't know what you mean. A baby. Like, how do you tell that? Had no idea. But when I had my son, like from the minute I found out I was pregnant, I knew it was a boy, to the point where when we went in to have the scan and I said to Dave, if she tells me it's a girl, I'm not going to believe her. Complete certainty, he was a boy. But yeah. It happens, right? It happens. We know it's there. So this is the place we manifest from. Stepping into your power to keep growing, evolving, and beyond what you thought possible. It's a huge personal growth modality. So by learning or remembering, however you want to look at it, this modality, we practice on ourselves first. We release the beliefs and many, many, many other negative programs, more than you thought possible in these courses, vows, oaths, commitments from past lives, and restoring what will serve us. It leads to phenomenal self and personal growth, whether you're taking on clients or not. The value to yourself just by knowing and doing this method is staggering. And I've released some of the deepest beliefs and trauma from past life that I've witnessed, wouldn't have had a clue, all happened before my eyes after requesting and commanding and downloading the new belief. So you also may have a belief that you can't access this information or heal yourself, and that can be transformed as well. So you're ever evolving. We're constantly in this cycle. And the last one that we've got here is that we raise the consciousness. And I'm sure many of you know that when your life improves and the lives of others around you does too, your friends, your family, they all benefit from this. Everyone calibrates to your energy. So as you change the lives of others by working on your self-growth without realizing it, they benefit from that new vibration, your friends and family. Gosh, she's positive. They want to be around you more. The people that aren't your people, that they'll vibe out, you know that. But the people that you are benefiting, they want to spend more time with you. And then their energy rises, and the people that they spend more time with benefits from that, and the people that they spend more time with benefits from that, and the people that they spend more time with benefits from that. And we raise the collective consciousness of the planet. So you are so important, so important. What you're doing now and the work that you'll be doing for humanity, whether you help 5 lives or you help 5,000 or you help 50,000, together we raise the collective consciousness. It's exciting, right? So I'm going to be doing the Theta Healing now. Are you ready? Yes, Ria. Lovely, amazing. Okay, so I'm excited. So just get yourself comfortable. Feet on the floor if you can, with your back supported. I'm going to take you on a journey into Theta Healing, and you are going to command and witness with the Creator. It's going to be special, all right? So get yourself nice and comfortable. And take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Really feel the cold air coming in your nose and the warm air leaving your body on the way out. Feel the body as your chest expands with every inhale. And with every breath out, allow your body to get more relaxed. Drop your scalp, your neck, your shoulders. Your back, your arms, your legs and feet. Bring your awareness to your body. Feel it getting more relaxed. And imagine a beautiful pink glowing orb in the center of your chest now. And with every breath that you take, it enlarges and gets bigger and bigger. Feel it expanding into the whole of your chest. Take this light down your body through your torso, your hips, your legs, and out into your feet, allowing silver thread-like roots to sprout from the soles of your feet and make their way down through the soil, the earth layers of Mother Earth, and down towards the Earth's core. See, know, or feel Mother Earth's energy and allow it to merge with yours, becoming one and making its way back up the thread-like roots towards your body, in through your feet, up your legs, as it passes your root chakra. Allow it to light this chakra up like a star. Bring the energy up further, lighting up your sacral like a beautiful orange star. Moving into your torso now and your abdomen. Lighting up your solar plexus chakra like a star. Through into your heart space. Lighting it up like a star. Into your throat, beautiful blue, lighting it up like a star. Into your third eye, lighting it up like a beautiful indigo star. And allowing the energy to complete up to your crown, lighting it up like a beautiful, beautiful star. As the energy overflows out the top of your head, create a ball of light just hovering above your head, or a bubble. And symbolically, put your consciousness into this ball of light and shoot it up high, high, high into the sky, watching your house getting smaller, your road getting smaller, your town, as you fly high, high, high into the sky, through the clouds, and you can see all the countries now as you enter the atmosphere, and you are greeted with a blanket of stars. Keep going higher and higher now at the speed of light, past our sun, burning bright, and our beautiful, beautiful moon, past all the planets, out of our beautiful solar system, faster and faster, out of the Milky Way galaxy, higher and higher into the greater universe. you will come to a series of lights, layers of light. Travel through these layers of light, bright lights and dark lights, bright lights and dark lights, bright lights and dark lights. And you're then going to come to the most beautiful golden light. This is the fifth plane. Ascended Masters, Guardian Angels, the home of your soul. Make your way through this beautiful golden light, and you're going to come next to a jelly-like substance with all the colors of the rainbow in it. These are the laws of the universe. Make your way through this different consistency, past the rainbow colors. And as you emerge out of this, you will see a beautiful pink mist, pink clouds. This is the law of compassion. Make your way into this pink mist. Briefly stop here and allow the compassion to dissolve into your bubble or your ball of light as you breathe in. This mist propels you. It lifts you, it rises you out and higher and higher and higher still, until you see ahead of you the most amazing, bright, iridescent white light in front of you. Make your way to it. You may go through a doorway, an archway, or an entrance. Just make your way into the center of this bright white light. You may feel like you're returning home. Keep going higher and higher and deeper and deeper into the tingly, bright white light. Deeper and deeper. Deeper. Higher. And deeper. And when there is nothing around you now other than bright white light, you're going to let your ball or your bubble dissolve, making you one with the energy of all that is. Allow this energy to dissolve into every cell, molecule of your body. Feel it running through you, liberating you. And you know here, there is no separation from you, Creator. You are one and the same. Relax and expand into this. In a moment, you're going to ask for a healing. Don't ask for a healing on the place you think you need it. Don't control it. I want you to be open to allow the Creator to bring you a healing to the part of your body that needs it the most. And say in your mind, Creator of all that is, it is commanded for a healing for myself in the highest and best way. Thank you. It is done. Show me. And you're going to witness, and you're going to allow this divine light coming into you and through you, healing the part of you that needs it most. You may feel old energy disappearing, releasing, waking up, becoming stronger, healthier, more balanced. Well done. Now, in a moment, we're going to ask for unconditional love to be sent to the part of you that needs to be loved the most. Again, don't control it. Be open and trusting. Command in your head, creator of all that is. It is commanded that the pink light of love be sent to my body in the highest and best way. Thank you. It is done. Show me. Watch and witness the pink light from Creator going to the part of your body that needs love the most. Free your mind. Witness it being absorbed and recharging you with the most beautiful healing of perfect love. Receiving any messages if there are any. Good. And now we're going to ask to release stress and tension from the body. Say in your mind, Creator of all that is. It is commanded the stress that I'm holding in my body be released now. Thank you. It is done. Show me. Now witness divine light coming in and through you, and all the stress dissolving, transforming you. You may feel it leaving your body, your shoulders, your stomach, your hips. Breathe, allow the energy to move. Good, 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 good. Now we're going to give ourselves a sparkly shower. And this is a shower of light to cleanse in the seventh plane, to reset your energy. So witness now a beautiful golden sparkly shower of light coming down on you in the seventh plane, through you, through your body, down to your toes and beyond. Pay attention now as this is showering you to the divine energy all around you. You're connected. You're connected. It's in the air that you breathe, the chair that you sit on, the walls in your room, in your home. Okay, so I'm going to invite you now to say thank you. And in the seventh plane, in that beautiful bright white light, you're going to reform your ball or bubble. And we're going to make our way out and down. So coming out now of the beautiful, beautiful bright white light, further and further and further. Down through the pink mist, the pink clouds, down through the jelly-like substance, down, down, down. Down through the golden light, down, down, down. Through the layers of light, the bright lights and dark lights, bright lights and dark lights, down, down, down. Into the greater universe, down into the Milky Way galaxy, down, down, down towards our solar system, towards our planet, down, 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 past the sun and the moon, down past the curvature of the earth into the atmosphere, down, down, down through the clouds, through the sky, heading towards your country, down, 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 down. Down towards your town, your street, and your house. Through the roof, and down towards the top of your head. You're going to allow your ball of light to come through your crown chakra, passing through all your chakras, like a beautiful waterfall of light. Out through your root, down your legs, back down past your knees, past your feet. We're going down, down, down. Allow the light to travel back down through those silver light roots, grounding, anchoring, stabilizing you into Mother Earth energy. You're just going to take a breath here. Recenter your light back into your heart. And we're going to very, very briefly bring our awareness back to our body. Going to give our fingers and toes a little wiggle. Becoming present in the physical. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So, who received a healing? Amazing. If you're feeling a bit flighty, darling, reground, tie your roots around some rocks. You might want to blend with Mother Earth again, just to keep you down rather than too buoyant. Oh, amazing. Who received a healing that they weren't expecting? Who received a healing to a part of them that they were like, oh, we're going there, right? Amazing. Amazing. Incredible. Lady God. Room space. Incredible, guys. Incredible. Who witnessed the stress leaving? You're very welcome, guys. Who witnessed the stress going? Yeah. Yeah. Stress came out everywhere. I think you needed that. Amazing. Shot out. Okay. Did anybody have any experiences that they really weren't expecting that that they know was coming from Creator, that they trusted, that it came and it healed, and you were like, oh, right. It's still tingling in my legs. It's probably from earlier, though. Feeling of hands all over me. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Wow. So that's healing from the seventh plane. My knee jacked. You hate that when you're in the middle of something and your subconscious mind is like, no, you're tired. Oh, okay. I'm glad you guys loved it and you've all received healing. Amazing. Amazing. Incredible. Would you only see things if you're clairaudient? Not necessarily. No. With Theta, with your with your, I was going to say clairaudient is hearing, clairvoyant. No, with theta and with your clairs, they can all establish at different times. So you might find that you are clairvoyant and you work in that way, and all of a sudden you've activated another part of your clair senses. So that can happen at any point, and it's usually when you're not expecting it as well, which is you get really good and grounded in like, yeah, this is what I do, this is my craft, and all of a sudden it's like, oh right, what are we doing now? You're just being stretched. So yeah, I started off not seeing anything. I started just knowing that it was happening. I do see things a lot more now, but yeah, it can change, chop and change, and start and stop. Felt like something was pulled out of my third eye through my crown. Right, okay, interesting. It obviously needed to go. You're commanded with the highest and best way. So it'd be interesting to see how that serves you in the next few days. With theta healing in particular, because we go into a theta state, which is very close to sleep, we need one sleep cycle for it to integrate, because your brain will get confused with when it's been asleep and when it goes to sleep next. So whether you've done healing in the morning, middle, afternoon, evening, you need that next sleep cycle for it all to develop and drop in. Let's have a look at the phone. Maybe my angel message I need to follow. Absolutely. There's no coincidences, right? Okay. Oh, this is so exciting. So you've all had an amazing experience. I'm so pleased. And I knew you would. I had no doubt. I just had no doubt. I knew it was going to be an experience. Now, the other thing that's really interesting is we've all done this together. Oh, excuse me. We've all done this together. We've got collective group energy, which is what I said at the beginning. So don't be surprised if it's a stronger healing that you've experienced recently, or for the next few days you feel the same effects. That is also very normal, and we can do lots of things around group healing and direct energy to one person or to people. It works really beautifully sometimes, and I probably would do this in my group, my Facebook group, the 111 movement. I'll probably conduct a group healing where we all put the names of people who we feel need a healing, people that we know and love, and ourselves, but other people, and we all will heal, and we'll all collectively send energy to those people on the list. It can work wonders. It really, really can. Miracles almost sometimes. So I'll facilitate that. If you want to take part, let me know. But yeah. Oh, Kelly, I've said this before. I can't put into words just how amazing it is. You're so welcome. Okay, so we're going to move on, because otherwise you're all going to get tired and fall asleep on me, especially after that. Okay, so we're going to talk about becoming a theta healing practitioner now. All right, so whether you're investing in personal growth or you're looking to include this as a service for a therapist, which is, I wasn't sure what I was doing. I heard theta healing through another person and was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I researched it and I was like, I really want to do this. I had no idea, no capacity. There was no knowing that I was going to become a therapist, a healer, I was going to have a business, an educator, nothing. And this was January last year. It's been a year. That's clearing channels for you. So if you want to use this with clients, you have to do the 4 courses. As you can see here at the bottom, we've got Basic DNA, which is the first course, Advanced, Dig Deeper, and You and God, or You and Creator, it's also called. So you can start off by doing one by one whenever you're ready, whenever you feel you want to. If you don't want to use it with clients, you just do it in your own time. If it's something that you really want to do, you'll need to do them all. And the reason of that is because there's no case studies needed with this. You sign up to the course and you practice, and all the practice is done online on those days that you're together with your practitioner or your instructor, sorry. So you basically sign up to the course. Once it's completed, you get your certificate, and you've got ample chance to speak with the instructors there and practice on. There's loads and loads of practice, and it's designed to do more practice as well. So as Basic DNA is loads of information, Advanced DNA is even more detailed information, Dig Deeper is a little bit more practice, and You and Creator is looking deeper into the layers of the subconscious, the different aspects and layers of the subconscious mind. I haven't got time for that this evening. It would take up so much time, but that's in a snapshot what it is. But your first stop, like on the train, would be basic. So I'm going to take you through that now. So the basic DNA is where we go into detail about belief work. The 4 levels, there's a lot more detail on the 4 levels. Muscle testing, how to transform those beliefs that do not serve you. And you will find beliefs in this course that you could never have imagined were there. You just wouldn't. The course will open up and develop your intuitive abilities like never before. And you're going to connect further to the energy that centers you in the 7th plane. And as you work and create with the creator and divine intelligence, you'll receive the most beautiful healings. So the topics of basic DNA. Now, all of this is on the website. So I'm going to give you the link later. Dave's going to pop it in the chat for me, and it's going to go in the group if you're in the group with me, and it's on my website. So all this information is there. But the topics that we cover in basic are the power of connecting to the creator of all that is. We learn why we create things in our life and what we learn from it. Connection with guides and guardian angels for readings and healings. Introduction to manifesting your life and how to co-create with the creator of all that is. Future readings. Balancing your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. Soulmates. Waywards. Wayward spirits are the spirits that haven't gone to the light yet. And implants that we can get from other places, other beings in our body. We go into detail of the 7 planes of existence. One of the best things that we do in basic is we learn and receive a 12-strand DNA youth and vitality activation. It's incredible. And a little bit of information on that quickly. When you do this, when you have this activated within you, your body goes into almost like a cleanse. And once it's cleansed, your resistance, your immunity is increased to all sorts of, infections, viruses, colds, everything. Your abilities increase, your clairs increase. This 12-strand DNA activation is incredible. And yeah, I haven't really been ill that much this year. And I've got no other way or thing to put that down to other than having this 12-strand DNA activation. Disbelief. Okay, and then we also we look at discovering your life purpose and how to fulfill it as well. And the seminar includes a manual. There is also a book. There's lots of books available on Theta Healing online. This is the first one. This is what it looks like. It's the blue cover with the orange DNA helix. And the basic course is 3 days long. It's 3 days. And at the moment it's 6 hours, but I think I might actually cover time a bit, and it might even be 7. So there's long days there. It goes in a flash, and it's incredible. The next one is advanced. Again, there's more information on this. I'll go through it quickly. Dig deeper. There's not a lot of information on it. It's lots and lots more practical. But the advanced will expand your information on the basic seminar. You get an in-depth understanding of the 7 planes of existence that surround us and how to connect with them. You learn how to clear old resentments, vows, commitments and things that hold you back. You discover how to heal the baby in the womb, heal the broken soul, and you receive feelings that are downloaded to you from the instructor that will bring profound healing and enlightenment for you. You get, in Advanced DNA, you get hundreds and hundreds of downloads from Creator. It's fascinating and incredible. And the topics that we look at as well: 7th plane connection and grounding, advanced creation of feelings and feeling work, and how to create those feeling works and receive them from creator. Advanced digging beliefs for fears and faster techniques, hundreds of life enhancing downloads, releasing and resolving rejection, resentment, and regret, an in-depth explanation of the 7 planes of existence, releasing negative vows, oaths, and commitments within the 7 planes of existence. So not just our core levels now, we're talking about stuff within the planes of existence. Connecting with plants and crystals through the 7th plane, learning how to talk to a crystal or talk to a plant. That's so much fun. Releasing free floating memories and things that can arise from a state of shock, trauma, unconsciousness, or anesthesia. Healing the baby in the womb, healing the broken soul fragments, healing the broken heart, using sound healing, mediumship and ancestral readings. That's amazing. The ancestral readings, highlight of mine from advanced. Clearing belief work on non-organic material, downloading the things around you, the bed that you sleep in with unconditional love, downloading the table that you eat your dinner with your family with unconditional love. Where do you have the arguments in your home? What matter absorbs that energy? Clearing it, downloading it with love. Land, downloading land with unconditional love. Okay, listen carefully. Mastering and bending time. Yeah, that's a thing now. It's fun, those days go really quick. You wish they'd slow down. Yep, and wish the day would speed up. Yep, that's a thing now. Remembering your future. It's a bit like the future reading, slightly different, and how to change it. Again, this one is also 3 days long. A lot of information, a lot of stuff to take on board and learn there. And you have to do advanced, you have to do basic. So it's once you've done one, the one before it becomes a prerequisite. And yeah, it's all done through the Theta Healing Master Portal. So I tried to be cheeky and go and do one without doing the others. I couldn't do it. It doesn't let you. So yeah, you have to do them. You have to do them in order. Okay, Dig Deeper is the 3rd course. Like I said, it's 70% practical, this course, and it's focused around the digging for beliefs, because this is the foundation of Theta Healing. It all revolves around the beliefs in all different ways. So we dig and we practice, and we dig and we practice, and we dig and we practice. And once we've done that and you've swapped with all your classmates, you've got real knowledge in how to do this with a client and lots of experience. And then the last one, You and God, or You and Creator, is a seminar where we understand the undercurrent of the subconscious mind and how the body works at solving problems, how to know the difference between communicating with the energy of Creator and with the ego or the higher self, because we hear a lot, right? And yes, you can get discernment and you know when it's spirit or an ancestor, but when you start working with Creator, your subconscious is very clever, and it will try to fix problems and try to sort things out to keep you safe. So you learn about the energy from Creator and what's going on there. And it's a very common question when people go through these courses. They're getting loads of information, they're seeing it, they're seeing the witnessing up there, but when they hear stuff, they don't know whether it's coming from higher self or Creator. Very similar energies, but different. So we go into detail about that so that you can really learn how to distinguish when you're getting information from Creator. Now, I'm going to very quickly touch on this before we go into the last part. We work with Creator on the 7th plane because the other planes underneath all hold consciousness, all hold free will. We work in a time of free will, and they all have the ability to give you advice, but it could all be very different messages, all very different. And the reason we work with Creator, we go up to the 7th plane, and if we want to talk to an ascended master, we connect with Creator and we go back down. We ask Creator for the message from the ascended master in the highest and best way for us now. We go back down to the fifth plane, the gold light, and we receive our message. So we're always going to the place of divine truth and peace and love before we go and get the message from that plane. And that could be spirit as well. So you always know that whoever you're connecting to, if you connect to Creator first, you're always getting the highest truth. Highest truth. It's not to say that the other truths aren't right, not at all, at all. But that's why we do it that way. So they are the courses. And the last two, Dig Deeper and You and Creator, they're 2 days. And the first 2 are 3 days. And that's the 4 courses. They make up the foundation level. They can be purchased completely separately, or they can be done together as a bulk. So I have put something together for people that if they did want to buy something as a bulk. Let's move on, I'll show you that. So this is the 7th plane bundle. This is the 4 courses together. It saves you £133, and you also get a bonus support, 3 30-minute sessions for your own belief work, or if you're struggling with it or not sure. And you can have them whenever. They can be in between the courses or what have you. But that's it together. The prices are all on the website. I'm not going to go into prices tonight. You can go and have a look at that in your own time when you feel it's right. We've come to the end. So I've no doubt that this is probably going to be firing lots of stuff for you. I hope that you know me, you know my discernment, and I would never, if it didn't feel right for you, I would never insist you do something or guide you to do something if it wasn't right. If you've got any questions, you can contact me in whichever way. If you want to have a chat through it, just decide if it is for you, we can by all means do that as well. Not the end, only the beginning. Well, absolutely.